This is David Hakan with KC Cafe Radio at the Gypsy Wagon studio. I'm here with Michael Shainline, who is one of the winners of the New Song Showcase at the Walnut Valley Music Festival. Welcome, Michael.
Thanks, great to be here. I'm really honored.
So tell us a little bit about your musical background growing up.
Well, my mother was very musical. She played piano. She wasn't great, but she loved music. We had jazz in the house all the time when I was a kid growing up. And I had an older sister, had a boyfriend that used to bring over Harry Belafonte records, Kingston Trio. So I listened to a lot of that early Joan Baez. And I just loved the sound of the guitar, and I loved the lyrics, especially when they were topical. So when I got a little bit older, I talked my dad into buying a guitar, especially it coincided with the British invasion. And along with that, there was a song, Louie Louie, which was an easy 3-chord song. So that gave me confidence that I was going to be able to learn how to play guitar. So, and then writing songs, my mother was also somewhat politically active, so I was introduced to protest music in my mid-teens, and that kind of inspired me to start writing some of my own music too, especially during the Vietnam War era.
Yeah. Well, those days are certainly back around again, so your music is needed once again. So tell us the spark for the song that you're going to play for us today.
Well, it's interesting because I live in northwest Denver, and a lot of those are old neighborhoods. Some of the homes are turn of the century, 1990s, 1890s homes that are required to be preserved, the Historical Society. But a lot of them are not real nice homes that were built in the 40s that have been rented out for a long time, kind of run down, but they were affordable to working class people. But the property values have skyrocketed so much lately that the people who have rented those out can now sell the plot of land for a whole lot of money. So they're doing that, evicting the people that live there, scraping the home, the new developers are scraping the homes and putting up condos. And these people are being put out on the street. They have no place to live. So I happened to be at a brew pub one time, struck up a conversation with a guy next to me. Where do you live? Oh, I'm from Portland, but I live in the mountains of Colorado now. Oh, Portland's a nice town, I said to him. He said, yeah, my parents have a really nice place in downtown Portland, but it's being overrun with the homeless people, and it's terrible. Those people, they want to live that way. They don't want to get jobs. And my experience in Denver was different, at least for what I was seeing in my neighborhood. And I thought, everybody's got a different experience. Everybody, if you talk to individuals, they've got unique stories. So I decided to write one man's story about his experience in Northwest Denver.
Great, let's hear that song.
Okay, let me introduce Ruth. This is Ruth Price. She's going to help me on mandolin here. Ruth is from Denver, and she came with me to Winfield. She's also a member of a group called Eclectic Rendition in Colorado. So if you're ever in Denver, look up she and her partner Ed. Okay, this is called That Brick House North of Colfax. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That brick house north of Colfax stood for nearly 80 years, and for most of my adult life sheltered my laughter and tears. I never knew the different folks who owned it, but I made sure the rent was always paid. Till one day I found a note taped to the door that said, find another place to stay. homes from the old block. New condos hide the light. They've cleared my camp from the bank of the river. Where will I sleep tonight? I fought my country's battles, paid my tax when it was due, and now I feel like a stray dog when I see what my life has turned into. Neath bridges or on a park bench, we're frostbitten, we're sunburned. We eat whatever scraps we happen to find, live off the handouts we've earned. They've scraped the homes from the old block. New condos hide the light. They've cleared my camp from the banks of the river. Where will I sleep tonight? When the gilded palace hides a cabin, how long before we're back in the cave? They've scraped the homes from the old block. New condos hide the light. They've cleared my camp from the banks of the river. Where will I sleep tonight? Where will I sleep tonight?
A wonderful, bittersweet song. Michael Shainline, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your music with us.
My pleasure.
This is David Hakan with KC Cafe Radio.